Of course, the light in your room could have just a simple on or off switch. However, since this is Japan, chances are even your ceiling light can afford you more options. So if you're new in your apartment and you see a confusing little remote control for your ceiling light, this guide is for you. Note before using the remote control, the light still needs to be turned on using the main switch itself. So if you find that your remote control is not working even though working batteries are in, chances are you just need to switch on using the main switch. Now let's move on to the buttons and other parts. For this guide, I'll be using the remote control for the main ceiling light that we have at home, which is the model number NEC RE0208. The one that you have at your home might differ, but since the basic and most common functions will still be covered, I think this will still help you out. Let's start from the buttons forming a circle in the middle. These buttons are used to control the brightness of the light. The biggest one at the center does not need an explanation, of course, and that's your power button. Okay, moving on. Especially if you have a different remote control, pay very close attention to the kanjis. This one right above the power button, Zento, is used to turn the light to its maximum brightness. This one here, Kura, press this to dim the light up to a certain level. This one here, Akira, press this to make the dimmed light brighter. This one is Joyato, and this turns on the night light. Now onto the buttons at the topmost part of the remote control. This one on the left says sleep timer. You can set your light to automatically turn off either after 60 minutes or 30 minutes. I know that's an exciting feature, but more on how to do that later. This here is Rusuban. This can be translated to something like caretaker. And what it does is it sets your ceiling light to turn on and off in a set interval of hours. It is a feature added for security purposes, especially for people who are often away on business trips or vacations. I know, right? This remote control just keeps getting curiouser and curiouser. But again, more on how to do that later. At the bottom, you see a switch type function. If you're setting up your ceiling light yourself and bought 2 units, those 2 units can actually be controlled using only one remote control. On the actual ceiling light, you can see a similar switch. Set one of the ceiling light's channels to 1 and the other to 2, then you can use the remote control for either simply by switching to the appropriate channel. If you only have one ceiling light, then just keep this switch on 1, which is the default. And on to those exciting functions. First one, using the sleep timer. To set your light to automatically turn off after 60 minutes, press this button once. You should hear one short beep as a confirmation. To set your light to automatically turn off after 30 minutes, press the same button twice in a span of 3 seconds. You should hear 2 short beeps as a confirmation. To cancel or turn off the sleep timer settings that you have put in place, press the sleep timer button once. This time, you should hear 1 longer beep as a confirmation. Using the caretaker function. When you turn this function on, your ceiling light will automatically go through the following cycle. Turn the light on at about 30% brightness for 1 hour. Turn the light off completely for 1 hour. Turn the light on at about 30% brightness for 5 hours. Turn the light off completely for 17 hours. I know, that sounds confusing and not at all convenient. But don't worry so much about those. Just stick with me here. It's not at all difficult to do, okay? If you are heading out in the morning, press the Rusuban button once. You should hear 1 short beep as a confirmation. By doing this, your caretaker function will start to take effect after 10 hours. In order to let you know that you have successfully set it though, the night light will turn on for the first of those 10 hours. If you are heading out in the afternoon, press the Rusuban button twice. You should hear 1 short beep as confirmation. By doing this, your caretaker function will start to take effect after 6 hours. In order to let you know that you have successfully set it though, the night light will turn on for the first of those 6 hours. If you're heading out in the evening, press the Rusuban button thrice. You should hear 3 short beeps as confirmation. By doing this, your caretaker function will start to take effect immediately. Do the math and you will see that this will mimic the usual schedule of somebody who works at the office in the daytime. If you don't want to do the math though, then don't worry about it, you don't have to. Just remember how many times you need to press the button when you're leaving in the morning, leaving in the afternoon, and leaving in the evening. That's all. To turn off the caretaker function, simply press the Rusuban button once. You should hear 1 longer beep as confirmation. And that's all there is to it. This tiny remote control and that ceiling light right there actually packs a lot of convenient features. Hope you were able to learn something from this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, and bye!